Nick Taylor can start celebrating. He is the winner of the Sanderson Farms Championship.
It's been a few months since Nick Taylor won his first PGA Tour event, but the thrill of that achievement hasn't waned one bit. Taylor winning a tournament just a few months after getting his PGA Tour card might have come as a surprise to some, but it's worth remembering that Taylor was once ranked as the top amateur in the world due to his stunning college resume and low amateur performance in the 2009 U.S. Open at Bethpage Black. Still, it was a whirlwind few months for Taylor leading up to his win, and even with some downtime after it.
It's been great. A lot was happening leading up Web.com Tour all the way up to PGA Tour, so it was amazing. It kind of kickstarted the year, obviously, but it was nice to have a break after that, kind of try to get everything kind of settled down and try to catch up on reality, I guess, but it's been nice to be refreshed and play events.
Though it took Taylor a few years to find his footing as a professional, his journey to the PGA Tour winner's circle happened rather quickly. Just 2 years ago, he was playing PGA Tour Canada, a long way from the millionaire status he now enjoys with his victory. Entering the season, the 27-year-old was likely hoping to simply retain his status. But while the win earned him a big payday, it also locked up a 2-year exemption. Securing a stable schedule will help the rising star's first ride on the PGA Tour be a little smoother, as will picking the brain of the veterans already out there. He's reached out to his fellow Canucks for tips and suggestions on everything from where to eat, where to stay, and which tournament offers the best amenities.
I've talked to a lot of guys. David Hearn I've played a lot with, so I've tried to pick his brain as much as I can. Graham DeLette, a lot of guys out here are really helpful. It's if you ask questions, they'll answer. So it's been really nice, and Dave's been really nice to me too, so it's been fun.
Taylor is spending his first season in the big leagues with a familiar face and good friend, fellow Abbotsford, BC native Adam Hadwin. The other product of Ledgeview Golf Course is feeling his way through the early stages of the calendar. He's already accumulated more money than his entire Web.com campaign a year ago, but overall, Adam Hadwin admits he hasn't adjusted as well as he imagined.
Transition, I think, has been a little bit slower than I would have liked. I was hoping and expected to get off to a little bit better start than I have, but I think maybe that might have been part of the problem, is this, placing those expectations just a little bit too high and maybe trying too hard, as weird as that sounds, but just feel like I'm moving in the right direction.
Despite his soft start to the season, Hadwin remains focused on his game plan. He's seen courses for the first time, and he believes avoiding the itch to tinker with his game is the best strategy. So far, he's about middle of the pack in most statistical categories and should contend for a spot in the FedEx Cup playoffs if he can withstand the added pressure of being on the PGA Tour.
It can almost be too much. You get away from what you know and what you're good at and what you're good with. You start changing too many things, and it's easy to do out here, but you just got to focus on what got you here, the reasons that you play well, the equipment that you play well with, and then just go out and play golf.
A year ago, Hadwin faced many heart-pumping situations on the Web.com Tour, recording 9 top 10 finishes and 2 victories in 21 starts. He hopes to play his way into a few more this season and build on those experiences. Though he has good status for 2015, he's keeping his vision big picture.
I've worked hard to get here. I think I have the game to compete out here and to stay out here for a number of years, and my goal is more long-term. I think if I can be out here 10 or 15 years in a row without having to worry about losing a card or anything, I think that's it's a pretty good career.
For another BC boy, Roger Sloan, keeping his PGA Tour status will be an uphill battle. He's the oldest of the young trio, but the lowest on the totem pole, meaning he needs to perform in the limited starts he'll get, and the better he plays, the more he'll play. But Sloan's season won't be graded solely on his finishes. Just like his 2 countrymen, he'll get to feel out tour life, match up with skilled vets, and learn new courses. And that's a win for him regardless of how many checks he cashes. You can expect the former junior star to have more opportunity and more success teeing it up on golf's AAA circuit, bouncing down to the Web.com Tour when he finds himself on the outside looking in on the PGA Tour. That's where he broke through a year ago at the Nova Scotia Open in Halifax. It's tough to pin down exactly where he'll play or how much he'll play, which means Sloan's patience, along with his game, will be tested all summer long. Taylor, Hadwin, and Sloan, 3 PGA Tour rookies with different degrees of status, all learning the ropes in 2015.